Here's all the CDs, guys. 1, 2, 3. And then this one are merchant fulfilled. Just so you get a visual. So now I'm going to bring the camera over here. Make sure it doesn't fall down. Okay. Plug it in so I don't lose power so quickly. All right, guys. So clearly nobody was on the video when I showed live anyway, when I showed the stacks of CDs. So basically what it broke down to was out of about, so if you're not familiar with what I did recently, I actually bought or found a new source off of Craigslist, a bulk CD source. Whoops. Hello, that was fun. I'm just not going to plug it in. I found a bulk CD source a little less than 2 weeks ago, and I bought right around 2,500 CDs in a bunch of milk crates. So out of that, after sorting through everything and then scanning and looking everything up, hold on one second. Sorry guys, technical difficulties always. Okay. I found 239 for FBA, 60 for merchant fulfilled, and about, 59 for eBay that I'm going to put up on eBay. So that was 299 Amazon only, and which I think is pretty good. So we're talking about over 10% if you include merchant fulfilled. It's just FBA. It's a little under 10% of everything that I bought that I can send into Amazon. I feel like merchant fulfilled has sort of found money because it's so easy to just list it. It goes live right away within minutes or 10 or 15 minutes. And I can just put them on a shelf in the house, and some of them will slowly sell. And if they don't sell, it'll take a while to sell, whatever it is. And also the same with eBay. I tend to only list ones that are actually selling, and I get almost every day I get a CD sale. So I'm going to add another 60, 59 to eBay, and I'll get some slow sales there, or some of them will happen right away, but regardless, I'll get some more sales there. Oh, happy Monday to Up North Sales. Cool. So yeah, so the rate was about under 10% for just FBA. For all of Amazon, it was a little over 10%, which I think is great for a bulk buy. If you can get, even if you get anywhere in the 5 to 10% range for Amazon only, that's pretty good. So out of 1,000, let's say you buy, you can get anywhere between 50 to 100 to send into Amazon, FBA preferably, but some merchant fulfilled as well. Then that's a great rate, especially if you're not paying that much for all of those CDs. I paid pennies for each CD, so the profit's gonna be really nice. And assuming that this continues to work, I'm able to continue to buy these CDs from this person, then I should have a steady flow of them coming in every month, or every month and a half or so, depending on how often he has them, and I can continue to build up my my FBA inventory through CDs in that way. So yeah, it took me, give or take, a few days that I wasn't able to go through the CDs. It took me roughly about a week to sort them, scan them, put prices on them, put them to the side, and get through all of them. And then a couple days ago, I put the rest. So yeah, about a week. And then I was left. Okay, so what I did is I scanned all those, and then The ones that were not good for Amazon or not good for eBay, I scanned the ones with barcodes using Declutter. And I know some people don't like to use Declutter, and I'm not a huge fan of it because it's very low amount of money, per CD. But it's a nice way when you're dealing with huge amounts of CDs to get rid of a big chunk of them and make a little bit of money back, a little bit of your money back. In this case, I'll make almost all of my money back. Was quoted around for about, what is it, 970 CDs for almost $100, which is ridiculously low per CD, but I still will recoup almost all my money with Declutter, so which means that um, all of the Amazon and eBay sales that I end up making will basically be all profit off of this bulk buy, which is kind of what you want to do with bulk buys, right? You want to find a great price per CD and then just try to make an incredible profit off of them, especially considering it only took me about a week to go through all of them. So yeah, so I'll make back most of my money through Declutter, and then I have 2 crates of music, of CDs that I couldn't sell on Amazon individually or on eBay individually, and Declutter, for whatever reason, would not take them. Either they were a duplicate or they just didn't want them, whatever it is. So those I put in a crate, and my plan is to finally try out a swap meet here locally and see how that goes. If I can sell, I'm going to add more CDs to that because I do have some more. But if I can sell, well, I'm going to sell them for about $1 a CD and see if there's enough interest in that. And if I bring 5, 6, 700 CDs to the swap meet on a weekend, one day, it's a 1 day Sunday swap meet, and I'm able to sell a good percentage of them, even half of them. I mean, that's a couple $100, minus renting the space, which I believe is the only cost for this place, for this swap meet. So all of that extra money with the swap meet, once I do it, will be profit, and I can basically use that money to buy more CDs from the same source. I also have almost a whole crate full of video games, but they're mostly PC video games. Well, I think they're all PC video games. And then there's a group of Vietnamese language music CDs. So I just kept most of those, and I'll try it out at the swap meet. Maybe there'll be some people there that'll know about that music, and we'll see what happens. If not, I can always just donate them or whatever it may be. So I'll try that out. The alternative to doing the swap meet is to try to do what do you call them, CD lots on eBay, and I've had some success with those, but they end up sitting around, and some of them take a lot longer to sell. So I'm going to try the swap meet route and see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, then I'm either not going to spend the time with the CD lots on eBay, or I'm gonna spend the time basically. But we'll see how that goes. Oh, Up North Sales. I have a bulk lead for you. I'm gated. Okay. Um, cool. You can send me a message um, through YouTube. I mean, you can send me a message through there. That'd be cool. And then Sockhead asked me, how much money did you do in November on FBA? I did. I think you asked me the same question before. I think I did, in terms of sales, I did like 260 or something sales. I can't remember the dollar amount, but it was like $14, $14 average sale price. So I think it was over $3,000, definitely over $3,000 for gross sales. That's just the gross sales before Amazon takes their cut. So, clearly Amazon takes their chunk, and then they pay me what's left minus anything else that I owe, like inbound shipping or whatever it may be. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know how the bulk buy ended up going. I'm just starting to go through the CDs for FBA, starting to scan them and putting them into a box. I already had about 28, 30 items that I had scanned a little while ago and are all ready to go to FBA. So now I'm just going through Exceller list and scanning through these CDs, and I'll create a smaller shipment, and then I'll do a couple different shipments. Good thing about CDs, the great thing about them is they're small, so I can fit a lot into a box, and many more CDs than I can fit books into the same size box. So that's a real positive with CDs. Small and they weigh a lot less. So yeah. So I mean, I highly recommend. I highly recommend. Doing bulk. If you're gated in CDs, then books. If you're not gated in CDs and you're selling CDs on Amazon, then definitely do bulk. I would recommend it unless you have absolutely no space whatsoever. But even if you don't have that much space, if you're getting the CDs in boxes or crates or whatever, versus a Gaylord, you can still probably fit them in your car and fit them somewhere. If you have a little garage space or a little space in your house or apartment or whatever, they're just a lot smaller to deal with. But books, clearly, if you buy a bunch of books, 1,000 books, either a Gaylord or a ton of boxes, it takes up a lot more space and it's a lot more physical work because they're a lot heavier. So that's just up to you whether you want to do that work or you'd rather not. You'd rather just cherry pick. Oh, no problem. Sockhead. Yeah. I think it was like 200. Let me look. I think it was like 200 and here, I'll look it up right now. I hope sales are going well for you guys. Yesterday I had 16 sales on Amazon and today 7 so far, so that's great. Let's see. Last month. Yeah, I had 256 sales last month on FBA, $14 average sale price, $3,582 of gross sales. So 189 of those were music, 64 were books, and then there was maybe a VHS tape sold. I don't know, but yeah. So let's see. So far, where is it? Month to date. Yeah, I've done better in December because it's Q4. 281 sales with another week to go. Or what am I saying? Almost 2 more weeks to go in the month. So yeah, December sales are going to be much better than November. November were great. I just didn't have as many items in inventory. So like I talked about in a previous video, my big thing for next year is to dramatically increase my FBA inventory, hopefully through bulk buying, and be able to get a lot more in. I mean, I'm going to send in 239 CDs, and also already had 28, so that's about 260 right there, or 270. And then I also went to the thrift store, so that's another dozen or so items. So I'll be getting close to 300 items sending in. I'll be sending in close to 300 CDs and a few books over the next few days, because I'll just be going through that as fast as I can. So that's what I mean, is trying to get in a lot and build up my inventory for the next year, for the next 12 months, so that when I hit November and then December of next year, instead of doing, maybe I'll do 350 sales this month or so as a guess, 281 right now with almost 2 weeks to go, about 13 days to go. I want to try to get 1,000 sales or more. That's my goal. I mean, I have my storage limit for FBA on Amazon is really ridiculously high. It's like 16,000 or something. So, I mean, I would love to have 5,000 in inventory when I hit December next year, but that would take a lot of work. I would be pretty content with 3,000 items in inventory, and trying to sell almost half of those would be great. But we'll see how it goes. 5,000 will be my like big goal. Uh, I just want to get to those. Basically, I want to get to a higher number and kind of maintain that, and just build that up over the next 12 months. So I have a much better Christmas next year than I'm having now, which is going well, but not as good as I'd like. Okay, so excuse me. So Up North Sales is asking how to send me a message on YouTube. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, let me try to see if I can go to someone else's channel.
What's up, guy?
Details, country links. I remember there was a way to send a. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. So, Up North Sales, if you go to my YouTube channel, like, my main, I don't know what you call it, my main channel page, and where it has all the videos, if you go to About, and it'll have a little description, and then on the right side, it has a little icon. Um, that's like there's a flag icon, which is to report the user, and then next to that there is like a bubble, like a conversation bubble, that says send message. And if you click on that, a little box opens and you can send a message. And then once you send it, I'll get it, and then we can go back and forth. I'm assuming I have that function. Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't have too many people on here. We're down to 2, which is better than 0. So if there's nothing you guys want to hear about, I'm trying to kind of went through what I wanted to go through. I mean, the only other thing I'd want to talk about is you just got to get out there and find it, right? Like these, whatever it is, whether it's bulk buys, whether it's library sales, whether it's estate sales, whether it's online auctions or storage unit auctions. There's all different types of ways to find. They're just going to a thrift store, of course, but there's all kinds of product out there to resell. I just happened to be started with books, got into VHS tapes, then vinyl, and then CDs, and now I'm mostly CDs with some books, and I'll occasionally do vinyl. So it's basically CDs and books for me, but there's a ton of stuff to resell on Amazon and on eBay. So I also sell DVDs, individual DVDs, excuse me, some books, individual books, and individual CDs, as well as individual video games on eBay. And that's sort of like a side thing for me, and it's done really well. I've sold hundreds of items, and the thing I don't like about it is the listing part. I don't mind doing the research, finding the item, saying, oh, look, I can sell this, put a price on it, put it to the side, and I don't mind taking pictures. It's a little tedious, but taking the photos. And then once I sit down to actually list, that's the part that gets to me because it's so slow. Even if you have a template, you still have to. It's not like Amazon where you can just scan things in and just quickly move through it. It takes a lot more time. Um, anyway, sorry. Yeah, so that's the downside of eBay, but yeah, so it's just a matter of deciding that you want to up your business, up your game, and just getting out there. It doesn't take much effort. It takes just a little bit extra effort to look online, look at the apps, the local selling apps, look at Facebook Marketplace, look at Craigslist. There's all types of places that you can go and websites to find products to resell. So I didn't do anything special other than just look and research, and I've come across multiple bulk buying sources, and I didn't do anything different or anything more than you guys can do. Okay. That's weird. So up and north sales on my I'm right now I'm on my about page and I see the little icon. It says send a message. So I don't know. I'm at about, but no options pop up. Just read only. I don't know what read only means. So it's under stats. So you look at the description, and then on the right, next to the description, there's a stats, and right under stats, it says joined. Then it says how many views, and then it has the two icons. And if you hover over the icon, it says send message, and just click on it. That's so weird. If it doesn't have it, I don't understand why. Um, oh, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna probably end the video now. Uh, and yeah, I can't think of much else to talk about. It was a success, and so I'm gonna try to get through these CDs here as fast as I can to get them out to Amazon. I'm definitely gonna miss out on this last Christmas push because these are all going to Illinois and I'm in California, so it takes even if I get one box out today, chances are it's not going to get scanned in before Christmas. It'll probably like a few days after. There'll still be good sales after Christmas. The week between or the day after Christmas until the new year has really great sales. At least it has for me the past few years. Might not be as good as this week before Christmas, but it'll still be pretty good because people will be spending money. They'll still be in the festive holiday mood, so they'll want to spend money and also have gotten money, gift cards and cash and whatnot, and checks and whatever, and they'll be going online to Amazon and eBay to spend money. So and that kind of goes into the new year too. That seems like even Christmas CDs, a lot of them sell a week or two after Christmas, and then they slow down after that. But there's definitely a lot of sales to be had. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get to these CDs and okay, and hopefully, if you have any comments, any questions, anything like that, let me know below if you're watching this later on. Because unfortunately, I guess people are working a lot right now. There's not too many viewers. But I'd like to do these videos more regularly. I've done a couple last week and this one just to update you, and I'll keep making them. I'm probably going to do a video about that thrift store run I made last week just to show you what I found. I found a VCR as well as CDs and a few books. So I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. So thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching into the future if you're not watching it live. And as always, remember, keep booking.